Hey guys, this is Mr. McGuire, and I just want to do a quick review of what we're doing today. This is the short day on Friday, so I want to make sure that everybody has ample time to complete what they're supposed to be doing in class. For my 8th grade classes and 7th grade, and obviously my 6th grade classes, we're doing the same project. So basically, what you're going to do is this. I've cleaned up the home page, so you'll click on modules, and then you'll click on how to create a video. And then right here for first period, this is your first period link. 4th period, this is your 4th period link. Okay. 7th grade, you're going to do the same thing. Modules, how to create a video. And there's your 3rd period link. There's your 6th period link. Okay. 6th grade, again, doing the same thing. How to create a video. And then there's your link there. So let's go in there and let's look at these links. So basically, if you're in first period, you're going to click on that link, and this is the shared folder. What you have to do, and this is holds true for every single class. Okay. What you're going to do is you're going to click on new. You're going to click on Google Docs, create and share, and then type your last name, first name, Adobe Video Brainstorming. Okay. Now, make sure when you do that, you're going to click on the shared button over here, and you're going to make everyone in the class a viewer. Go through there, make them all a viewer, and then click save. Now, you can make me an editor if I can work with you, and I would recommend doing that. Okay. Now, once you do that, in that shared folder, in all the shared folders, okay, and I'm going to pull that. That's the 8th grade first period shared folder. This is the 4th period shared folder. So if you don't see your name, you need to get that in there because this is going to be worth points. Let's look at 7th grade. This is the 3rd period. This is the 6th period. Okay. Again, if you don't see your name, then you need to get that done. Okay. Please make sure you put Adobe Video Brainstorming. And then last but not least, here is the 6th grade shared folder. Okay. So please make sure that you do what you're supposed to do with your folders. Now, let's go back to first period. Under AAA instructions, and again, this holds true for everyone, you're going to click on AAA instructions. And this is basically your instructions, okay? This is what I've placed here. You can click on the YouTube link. You're going to create a theme, okay, for your video. And when you create a theme for your video, before you do that, you're going to copy 1 through 8. So when I copy 1 through 8, I'm going to hit Control C. Excuse me. Then you're going to go back to that folder, to yours, and you're going to paste Control V that into your folder. Goodness, sorry again. Okay, above that, you're going to click on above number 1. You're going to type theme, and you're going to create your theme. And you're going to say, I am a whatever you want. Okay, I'm a student, I'm a teacher, I'm a parent, so on and so forth. Okay. Now, before we get into the Adobe video, we're going to brainstorm. Okay. And today's the day that we're going to brainstorm. We're not going to actually do the video just yet. Okay. Because this is a part of your grade. Brainstorming is very, very important when it comes to working with any type of project. So basically, you're going to come in here. You need to have some video. You're going to answer this question. What type of video will you be using? What's the content? What is the setting? You're going to answer those questions. Okay. What are the pictures going to be? Okay. So I'm going to put this here, bold it, underline it. That way, you know, these are some prompts that you can have there. You need to add a few pictures here, Adobe Video. You can use your Bitmoji, your picture, you know, whatever. But make sure on the bottom that you need to, if you use somebody's picture that you've not taken, you're going to do a photo credit. Okay, a photo credit. And what that is kind of like doing a logo, if you will, of the bottom of that. Okay. You have to have music in the background. All right. Now, I talked to everybody about this. You can go to the website www.bensound.com. There's stock footage. You need to choose that like what you want to use. And so if you click on that, bensound.com, it gives you all these different options. Okay, you hear that? And you got some creative minds. You got new beginning. You got little idea. And all you have to do, guys, is click download. And it'll go to your recents. Click download, and there it is. It's in your downloads. Okay. So you can use those. All right. But those are, so basically, if you're going to use that, then you choose that. Okay. So the next thing, that's Bensound. Also, there's stock footage in Adobe Video, Spark Video. You have to do a text in your voiceover. Okay. So what text are you going to use? Okay. You also have to create a tech tip. What tech tip are you going to use that you've learned in Mr. McGuire's class? Any tech tip. Okay. And be specific. All right. You are also going to give a Crawford teacher a shout out. You might do a screen capture of the teacher's face when you're on a Zoom with them. If you want to go to, and this is pixlr.com /X. If you want to do a manipulation, then you can do a manipulation. Okay, so let's say you took a screen capture and you click on open image. All right, let me find an image here. So let's say here's a goofy picture of me. Okay, but it's failed, so I've got to find something else. Let's see if I can, if that works. Okay, so there's a goofy picture of me just messing around, and I can do some cool stuff with it. Okay, remember, you can do that. Okay, you can, you can zoom in, you can zoom out, you can change settings, you can change the colors, you can do some cool stuff with it. Okay, we're going to get into this, if it wants to be black and white, whatever the case may be. Okay, you also can go into Pixlr E if you would like to. Okay, click on that, and that actually has some more options if you want to do that. And you can crop, you can use your lasso tool. There's a lot of cool stuff you can do with it. Okay, all the way around. You cut out the background or whatever. So there's some cool stuff you can do. The cool thing about that too, when you go back to home on Pixlr, is if I want to remove the background, then you can go in there and remove the background. and it'll allow you to remove the background and just have the teacher's face, and you can do some cool things with it there. Okay. So we're getting into some serious details of some graphic design for this project that, you can work with. Okay. So I'm going to let that run. You also, if you want to remove a background, so there's the background that it will remove, and then you can, if you want to fine tune it, you can, or if you just want to download it, then there's that picture and it becomes a PNG. So I open that up and there it is. Okay. So I downloaded that picture, remove the background. You can do anything else you want to it, kind of like you're using a green screen. Okay. We've done some of that in class, talked about that. Okay. All right. So there's that deal. Okay. So we did pixlr.com. All right. /X or E. Okay. Now, here's a good example of an interview. You can click on the broadcast and you can see what a good interview looks like.
This is actually my 10th year.
Has it all been here at Crawford, or?
No, I have been all over the place. I started out in.
So there's an example of really good interview Kylie Huffman did with Miss McPeak. She does a really good job, asking specific questions. She gets into the questions. She's good with her voice. So if you really want to set an interview up, I think that'd be a great idea. That would be a great way to do a shout out. Okay. Please don't do Miss McPeak or Coach Shapiro because on the shout outs, because we've kind of already done that. So let's give some other teachers some shout outs. We've already done some shout outs with, so I'm going to also add, please don't do Miss Bain because she's already got a shout out, and do not do Ms. Lammy. She's got a shout out. Okay. So anyway, let's spread it around, people. Okay. And it doesn't matter who it is. Just try not to do those teachers. If you have a specific reason why you want to do those teachers, let me know, but I prefer you do somebody else just because let's spread it around. Okay. If you use a picture or video, someone else's credit, you're going to do what's called a photo credit. Okay. So for example, I just used the picture from Remove BG. So on photo credit right there, so for example, let's say that's not a picture that I've taken, then what you're going to have to do is you will come right here and let me get a text going here. I'm going to add a text and I'm going to say photo credit and then the name of the person. So let's say like if somebody else is going to use this picture, you would want to drop it down. I would make that, the text a little bit smaller. Okay. So you can go into your sizing and change the size of the text. Okay. So I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. There we go. And then go to my selection arrow right there. So when I download that, when I put that in my Adobe Video, then that gives me the option to give someone photo credit. Okay. All right. So lastly, you need to use your logo. So at the bottom of your Adobe Spark video, you're going to use your logo. All right. So let's get into that process. Okay. After you answer all that stuff, then you're going to go into the Adobe Spark video. Okay. So you can go to, and let me close some of these tabs because again, it's going to be all the same for every class. You can open up another tab, go to Google, type in Adobe Spark, click on Adobe Spark, click on Google, click on Enterprise ID, and this is if you've already finished the brainstorm. Okay. You click the plus sign and click video. Now, remember what your theme was. I'm going to say I am a teacher. I'll just say I'm a teacher. Okay. Promote an idea, tell what happened, hero's journey, show and tell, all teach a lesson, make up your own. Let's try that one. Okay. Now it'll still give you some prompts there at the bottom. We're talking about branding. You're branding your stuff. So this is what we're working with. Okay. So let's let it work. Look at these prompts that it's telling you, what are you doing to, with your audience? What are you talking about with your audience? Now, I would recommend to go ahead and press play and watch that 1 minute video. Okay. I won't watch the whole thing, but you can watch that video. Now, here's the cool thing about Adobe. Okay. Spark Video. All right. You can go in, and this is the one that I did for myself. This is just to create your own. Okay. If you didn't want to create your own, this is what create your own looks like. I would recommend when you go back into it, instead of creating your own on your project, you need to choose one of the graphics. So let's go back to video, and and you have this has to be done first. I am a teacher, and let's do show and tell. Okay, because that's basically what we're doing. Okay, you're promoting yourself. You're talking about what you are. I am. It's got to be something connected to you. Okay. So again, you can watch that video, and the cool thing is it's got some different things like why I show it, why am I sharing it? Okay, about me. So you can go in there, and this is where you can put a picture. Okay, so the picture that we downloaded. The cool thing about the photos is that if you have things connected to your Google Drive, you can just go connect to Google Drive and then connect it. And then it gives you access to all the pictures that you have in your Google Drive. And the thing about that is we're looking at our brainstorm first. If you just jump right into Adobe Spark Video, it's not going to be as good. Okay, we're front loading with the brainstorm. You have to front load, which means you put the work in first to think about it. We're brainstorming. That way it makes this easier. So now you have your pictures and all that good stuff and everything like that. So if I'm right here and I want to set off a picture and I do that, look, my Google Drive is connected. So I can go in here and, choose any picture that I want. Okay. So you can do that deal, right? All right. So the next slide, you can do a split screen. You can do a caption title. You can do whatever you want. All right. Let's say we're going to do a split screen. All right. On the left side, you can throw a video in there. Remember, we're talking about say you're going to do an interview, and that's where you're going to put your video. So again, you go back to your brainstorm. All that should be in your Google Drive. Everything you have should be in your Google Drive. Okay. If you do an interview, upload it to your Google Drive. You can just do your video with your Chromebook video camera, whatever the case may be. Okay. Now you see this right here. It says McGuire Media. This needs to be changed to your actual logo. Okay. And with that being said, when I go to my home, you can place your logo right there. You can talk about, and there's an example of a logo. So, with their brands, you click on brands, and that's where you can put, like, if I want to make this my logo, then that will be my logo. Okay. For everything that I'm using. Okay. It says McGuire Media. Okay. This is the logo that I want. So there you go. All right. That's what I want. All right. Or, if that's what you're going to use, I want to replace that logo to something else. Okay. So, again, you need to put that in there. All right. So let me go to my Google Drive and let me just type in logos. And let me download Jane Doe's logo. But if you've connected to your Google Drive, you can still work with it. Okay. So I'm going to go here, or actually I'm going to go, let's replace it. And let's find it under downloads. And there's Jane Doe. Open, replace. So now you give it a chance to update. Now you're good to go. Now I'm going to go back to my project. I am a teacher. And see, it's there. Okay. Because I already clicked on the brand, right? Okay. So then you're going to start adding some things. You can add text. You can add all kinds of stuff. Okay. So that's that. That's the deal. You all need to get that going. You can do all kinds of cool stuff. Now, I'll tell you this. Let's say you're doing a text. My name is Jeremy McGuire, and I teach at Crawford Middle School. Okay. So what I could do there is I could do that, and then I could go in here and drop the photo in from, let me go to my downloads here. And I could add that picture in there. Okay. Where you have a picture of yourself. Okay. And then you're going to do a voiceover. So every text that you put in, you're going to say, my name is Jeremy McGuire, and see, look, I did a typo right there. So I can't use that. I am a teacher at Crawford. So now that I've changed it, you check your spelling, check your grammar, all that stuff. Now I'm going to press and hold. My name is Jeremy McGuire, and I am a teacher at Crawford Middle School. Okay, and then you let go. Then you press. My name is Jeremy McGuire, and I am a teacher at Crawford Middle School. Okay, you put your picture right there, and there's your first slide. Okay, right here could be, and then and if you don't want that right there, then you can delete that slide. Okay, and notice all your logos stay there. Okay. So that's pretty cool right there. Now, if you want to change your music, you click over on the music, find you some different music, put it in there. Okay. It'll change it. Okay. Paris 20s, medieval times. Again, if you want to do bend sound, we talked about bend sound. That's where you click add music and then you go into your recents. Okay. Then you go to your next slide. You go to your layout, or you might want to do a theme. There's a theme. Let's go with that one. Okay. So that hits a theme where it does, and that might be a way to do it because it keeps it all the same all the way through. Okay. If you don't want it, then you can hit the dots and click delete. Yes, delete this slide. Delete this slide. Okay. What is this? And then you go back to your layout, and then you might do a caption and make it different. Again, whatever you have on text, like here, it needs to have a voiceover. My name is Jeremy McGuire, and I am a teacher at Crawford Middle School. See, so we talk about what I am. Are you really, to be honest, you're saying I am a teacher. Now, some of you all put athlete, friend, whatever. You'd be like, I am a teacher. I am a teacher. And then over there on the right, you might put a picture, or I might would put a picture of me in action. Okay. So here's what I want you to do. Before you finish this project, do not download it. Okay. This is how you do the downloads, but do not download it yet. Okay. Again, at the very last part, this is right here. Now it says where it says visit our website. You need to click on that and close it. Okay. You don't want unless you have a website you want to connect it to. Okay. And that's an outro. You have an intro and an outro. All right. So that is our review for Friday. Hope you enjoyed it. So let's make sure we get everything done we need to get done.